Okay, hi, this is my hot tip for this week, which we're in week 6. And what I want to do is focus on how this course, Global Careers, provides feedback to students. And what I'm doing is I'm actually accessing our Canvas online area for learning, but I'm using the test student just for confidentiality. So just keep in mind that what you're seeing is not a real student's Canvas site, it's actually a test student, so that I can actually experiment and showcase how we use feedback in this course. As you know, I constantly and regularly will give you updates through recent announcements in your Canvas, which you locate as soon as you get into your Canvas site. And this is where this arrow is pointing to at the moment, and you'll find these updates are here regularly, and I do them each week. This is a form of student feedback because what I'm doing is updating you, letting you know what you need to do, what some of the gaps are that I've noticed in the learning once I've had a chat to your tutors, and just giving you some hot tips as well throughout this program that you're studying for this course. So recent announcements is a form of feedback. Another area you'll find in terms of the feedback is in your grades area. So once you have submitted your assessment and the results have been uploaded, you will get a notification. You come into grades in the Canvas site and you will be able to access your particular assessment. For example, we're looking at assessment 1 here. So once you go into your assessment, it'll come up with a rubric as well as comments. So in terms of this course, you will always get, each rubric will be marked. It doesn't necessarily have comments in the rubric, but it will have a grade in terms of each criteria. That is also a form of feedback. So the rubric on its own is a form of feedback for students. We'll also add a comment here. You'll get at least up to 4 sentences, a paragraph about something that you've really done well at and something that you can improve on, so that you can build your practice over time in terms of doing better in your next assessment and knowing which key areas that you can improve on. And this is always linked to the rubric. So this comment area here in terms of your graded assessment is also a form of feedback. The other type of feedback we have for you for this course is when you do your modules. Obviously you do them for when you're coming into your particular tutorial that week. And so for example, when you're doing your week 7 alternative employability module, you'll go through this in terms of you're preparing for tutorial before you arrive. There will be a load of videos for you to look at, and also a summary of the readings as well as an online lecture. So then when you come to your tutorial, we'll have discussions around that and activities, and you'll also receive either one-on-one feedback, group feedback, or cohort feedback. This is also a type of feedback where your tutors are interacting with you. You can ask questions and they're helping you prepare for your next assessment. That is also a form of feedback. Then finally, the other form of feedback we have for this course is when all the assessments are in and have been released in terms of grades to all students. I'll also do a cohort announcement for the course, and I'll give an outline, a broad view of particular areas that I think that the cohort as a whole has done really well at, and also some particular actionable items that we can do as a cohort to improve on. This is also a form of feedback. So I hope that clarifies how we structure and present and deliver feedback for you as an individual student, but also as a cohort in terms of Global Careers as a course. That's my hot tip for this week, and look forward to catching up with you for the next hot tip. Thank you.